Hi all, my name is Vivek Modi and welcome back to my channel. In the previous video, we were checking how the thundering herd problem we face into the system design. Now we see how we can cache the data into different types. So let's start. The first type of cache is basically cache with TTL plus randomized, which is called jitter. What is this basically? We give data a random TTL. So that means every data is not having the same TTL. In this case, not all the data will get deleted from the cache at the same time. So that will be helpful. What it will do is prevent sudden spike, right? But what's the problem in this? If we give a TTL for particular data which is being used in the next few minutes, it will again gives us a lots of spike onto the data. So we don't use this alone. We use this with other caches type or cache things. Second is Mutex or distributed locking. What it basically do is when we have cache deleted, TTL is end. What we do is we suppose we have 1,000 requests. Okay, the first request will lock the other request, or you can say the DB. Only when requests will go to database and check get the data and cache it. You got my point? So suppose we are having thousands of requests at a time. Only one request go into the database. Rest of the requests will so rest of the requests will wait or retry. Right? And the next one we are having is which is mostly used into the big websites, which is cache warning. What is this? Suppose we know that we are gonna have the big sale like in Amazon. We are having a big sale tomorrow. So the products which are being into the sale, we will make it into the cache. So basically, refresh cache before it expires. Make sure that we refresh the cache, the data which we need to show when we might have a spike. We just make it refresh before it expires. So that is called cache warning. And how we do this? We do this from predictable traffic. How? Suppose we are having a home page which is showing some which are showing some product sorry which is generally shows into the home page. So we refresh that cache. Secondly, we are having suppose product page or the sale product page. Suppose we are having a sale after the cache is being expired. For that, we will be needing cache warning. So that product which are going into the sale didn't get expired and that could be fetched quickly. Okay, so next caching type is, or method we can say is stale while revalidating. What it does is it doesn't delete the data instantly. Instead, it shows the stale or expiry data and it fetch the data in background asynchronously. What's the profit for this? User don't wait, right? Why? While we are using the mutex, user have to wait. Suppose we are having the 100,000 requests, only one request goes to database and cache the data, then definitely triple line request needs to be wait, right? But over here, we shows them the old data or the expiry data and fetch the new data asynchronously. Into the system design, we have a common topic called what you want to leave. We can't have everything, right? If we are using the stale while revalidating, it can't be used when we need to show the current data or the perfect data, right? So in that case, this cache is not useful. But where we are having, we can wait into like these stocks and all. We can wait. The user needs to wait at that time. At that time, we need to use the Mutex distributed locker. And where we can show the stale while revalidating is kind of simple e-commerce website could be there, which are showing simple products. Till we are fetching the data from the background asynchronously or the new data, we can show the old data. Generally, while you changing your photo into WhatsApp, your profile picture gets changed. You might see that it takes few seconds, or whenever you are uploading something onto the Facebook, it takes few seconds, or to show the new post, right? So that's where we can use this tail while revalidating. So I hope you like this video and see you into the next video. Thank you.